action, fun, nice, life, youth, beautiful. I'm all for it.
Well, evening, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to the show. I am joined here by Smylexx, the Otter-man, and a surprise guest, not officially on the bill here, but we thought we'd have a guest anyway, and it's the lovely Babara Lawrence from B-Roll. How are you doing, you two?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. Autopilot ready to go.
Yes, and you, Babara, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, and I wasn't originally going to have you
I
on
know.
here.
I promise I won't stay very long, but
yeah, no. So yeah, I'll still put you on the thumbnail and on the heading after we're finished, like a little guest appearance. Because but since you told me that you really love that film, I thought, okay, I'll let you come on for a little bit anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It'll make a nice change for Barbara to see a good film for a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that Barbara Stanwyck one you did as well, and yeah, I was laughing up. Yeah, which is Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's careful now. She's gonna sell you off to a road gang.
That one, yeah.
Christ, oh my Lord.
Films, you could get away with a lot back then, and it just came to my mind as well because there is a joke about Barbara Stanwyck later on in the film, but but yeah, speaking of the film that we're talking about, Airplane, one of the greatest comedies ever, up there with Tropic Thunder, Blazing Saddles, and what was your experience with Airplane when you first saw it? How did you come across it, and how did you come to acknowledge it?
I've been thinking about this a while, and I honestly can't remember. I think I may have seen it as a video rental, probably mid-'80s, but the likelihood is I probably just caught it on TV. I know for a fact that I'd definitely seen it by the time I was about 12, 13 years old, because I was most definitely quoting the lines at that point. And when Police Squad got re-shown in the UK when I was aged about sort of 14, I was already well aware of Airplane at that point, because that's the reason I watched the show and fell in love with that show as well. So yeah, I mean, I definitely saw it around about that time, maybe like 12, 13 years old. But as and when, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, Babara Lawrence?
I saw it in the theaters. I think I was about, I don't know, 12 or 13 when it came out in 1980. And yeah, and that was back when it was rated R.
I think it's still a 15 here, which is kind of like an R rating, but
it might be on DVD. I don't think it was on VHS. On VHS, it wasn't PG because as I was saying backstage, I used to watch it in a video shop that I was running, and you could throw anything on during the day up to a 12. So it was definitely PG rated on VHS, but I reckon maybe with the some of the commentaries and the documentaries, it might have been pushed up to a 15 on Blu-ray.
Well, it was R here because of that it's just a 2-second flash of a girl with her top off shaking her boobs, and that's it.
That's why I was surprised it was a PG, because you were seeing actual tits on here.
And you see them in Logan's Run as well, and quite a few. I mean, let's face it, as a teenage boy, you knew all of the films you could definitely watch and see boobs. So yeah, Logan's Run was in that list as well. Well done, Jenny Agutter.
The people who put these certificates, who rate these movies, actually watch the films and just although just watch a little bit, then assume that's the rating they're going to give it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe maybe those boobs just slipped by. Maybe they just blinked. Who knows?
Nice, yeah. I never got ratings anyway. Just show what it contains. Does it contain gore and sex? Then let the audience decide.
Context is everything, though. You see, the thing is, with these guys that made the film, they've got that kind of Trey Parker, Matt Stone vibe going on. They're like basically naughty, chuckling schoolboys. If this was a film that had been made by like 70-year-old men, that scene would have been a little different, I think, and maybe viewed a little different. But because they were probably just going hee 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 boobs, it kind of comes across that way when you're watching the films.
Did they go tee hee hee over
they definitely went
bestiality?
tee-hee-hee.
Because they have the horse thing too.
Oh, I keep thinking of Cartman's little fucking Cupid Cartman. Yeah, hi Cupid Cartman. That one. But yeah, it definitely did start this little run with all these like weird visual gags where the characters would just take little expressions that we say every day very literally, and it sort of comes to your head as well. It's like, oh my god, how the hell have I not thought to take this expression literally in the first place? Because it's like when they say it's a different system altogether, and they say the
different system.
They say the line, yeah, they say the line together. It's
totally.
The
only one that acknowledges the craziness is Robert Hayes, because he gets one of those lines delivered to him at one point, and then he makes a little mugging thing to the camera. At least there's a raise of an eyebrow, and that's pretty much as close as you get to anybody breaking the fourth wall in this film, because everybody else just plays it totally straight. Just goes for it like it's an action movie.
Yeah, no, and he is perfect for the role. Robert Hayes, he's just got this very likable face, and you can't help but love him, even when he's even when he's saying
eyeballs, isn't he?
I know, even when he's saying all this stupid shit, you take him serious. Like,
what a pisser!
Yeah, what a pisser.
I love that man. Yeah, I was saying earlier. I mean, I've met him at a convention, and he's probably to this day the funniest celebrity that I've met. A very quick anecdote about him is that. First of all, I said, "You're in the funniest comedy of all time, as far as I'm concerned." And he said, "Which film's that?" Which, as if he's made a shit ton of movies. But the best thing is, I said, "You've hardly aged." And he said, "Oh no, that's the monkey blood." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, it's, everyone in Hollywood, we inject ourselves with monkey blood." So he was like, "Okay." So I'll let it pass. And then I had a photo with him at the end, a little selfie, and he's standing behind a desk. When I got home and looked at the photograph, he's leaning over the desk with his arms on with his hands on the desk, like clenched like little fists, like he's a gorilla. So he was really leaning into that joke.
Yeah, and everyone, thanks for joining us. Jay Goodwin, Atom Gray, Jama Lama, Oldest Gamer as well, because I think he's one of your supporters, and since he's heard you're going to be on here, he's decided to join us.
Yeah, I recognize some of these people. Some of them I pretend not to know. Don't know who that Jay Goodwin is. He seems like a bad egg, if you ask me.
Yeah, once again, everyone, thanks for joining us, especially you, Toxic. You're always welcome. And we will begin the movie now. And obviously, it starts off where, for some reason, you got the fucking Jaws theme, and you see the airplane fin, and it's like a shark fin, isn't it, in the clouds.
I was going to say the reason I think they put that in there was because of test screenings. Some of the audience were a little confused as to what kind of film they were getting, so they wanted to make it really clear right from the start. There's no hesitation. This is a goddamn parody. This is a comedy movie. This is not Airport 1980.
Yeah, because I think before them it was Mel Brooks that was doing this kind of this parody, all these visual gags and all that.
Yeah,
but
and as close as you're getting.
Yeah, and obviously we're introduced to the movie. We see Julie Haggerty coming out, and she's so fucking adorable in this movie. Even when she's saying all stupid shit like, I remember the time I used to sit on your face and wiggle.
Yeah, there was I read that Sigourney Weaver and Shelley Long from Cheers were both asked to do this job before she was.
Oh wow!
And Sigourney Weaver refused to do that line. She didn't want to do that line. That was the line. That was the line in the sand that she drew. I'll do the part, but I won't say that line. Julie Haggerty's perfect because apparently in real life she was just as sweet and innocent and just delivered the lines, as if she was, in a dramatic movie.
Yeah, she does have she is very. She has actually shown to have some good comedic chops. She's in Malcolm in the Middle, and she still looks pretty fucking good for her age.
Yeah, she has this sort of that naive innocent quality to her that is just it's so pure. You don't want to mess with it, and yet somehow underneath, she still can be.
She's got a little twinkle in the eye, hasn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Yeah.
What was that movie she was in with Albert Brooks, where they blow their nest egg in like the first 10 minutes in Las Vegas?
I'm gonna have to
I
check
can't
out.
remember what
I'll
it's
have a
called,
look.
but it was the same
I will
kind
have a
of
look.
same kind of quality to her, you know.
Yeah. She got good chemistry with Robert Hayes. They were testing, or the studio, obviously, as always, were trying to interfere with this film, and they were testing other couples. And they had a really good producer on this, Howard Kosh, I think it was the guy, who said whenever the boys were like complaining that we've already got our guys, we've already got the best ones, he would just say, no, shoot loads of footage. Go for the close-ups, do everything, because as soon as they see these people together, they'll just go, "Oh shit, yeah, this was a bad idea," and then they'll pretend they didn't make it. So they'll eventually come back to your choices. They'll just go, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, Lost in America. That's the film.
Lost in America.
Yes. Yeah, that was the movie.
Yeah, Albert Brooks, he's a fucking nutcase in real life as well. I've just watched his old stand-up. He's and he probably did have one of the best one-off characters in The Simpsons as well, in Scorpio. I mean, he's got to be one of the best bosses you can ever have, and he's pure fucking evil as well. It's kind of sad. But then you got this other great little moment in the background where the man and the women on the intercom are just arguing over the white zone and the red zone. It just goes back and forth, but you never notice it the first time you watch it, but 1,000 fucking times you hear it.
Yeah,
and
you're paying more attention to it.
Yeah. A little trivia as well. They're a married couple in real life.
And
Yes.
also,
makes it 10 times
and also that particular, all of that dialogue, except for maybe the last few lines, was taken directly from the book Airport, in which they based the first of those disaster movies on. So the holiday book that were people were buying in droves. It's a line. It's a scene in that is taken directly all about an abortion that they're wanting to have. So So these boys just stole from everything.
Yeah, to make no. I mean, if you're a big fucking filmer, you know, like really have a big encyclopedic knowledge, you would it would make this even better.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Since I'm still discovering new films as I go on, it's like it's still funny anyway. Because you've got these great gags and you recognise everything that they're taking literally, all the expressions that they take the piss out of, the cliches you've seen in other disaster movies anyway. Because that's what makes it so good.
I actually watched one of the airport movies this afternoon. It was bloody awful.
Oh no.
I just wanted to get into the vibe of watching this.
Is it public domain?
I don't know if it is.
I won't be surprised. You'll be surprised how much these movies are public domain now.
Your husband chooses worse films than those.
Yeah, and I love her delivery always. Like, would you like this flower? And it's like, would you like to make a donation? No, but thank you anyway. And she does it with a smile.
Yeah,
so nice.
Still love her for it.
Still so polite.
Yeah, you get the jar talkers, you get the buddies. It's and they get approached they get approached by this fucking woman from the Church of Religious Consciousness. It's just it's so great. It's so great. Because you know they're not digging that. Once again, another good joke. Please put all your metal objects in the dish, and he's just fucking taking apart every single appendage that he can. I'm introduced to the family, and this guy's so brilliant. He's just a guy trying to get back home, and he's unfortunately left in this fucking taxi, and he's at a fucking high price.
Yeah, the Zuckers were doing post-credit scenes before Marvel.
Yeah.
That still goes on after the credits, doesn't it?
I love that he's like, I'll be back, and then he starts the meter.
Yes,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's like he's a tall dick. I'll be back in a
opportunity, right?
Oh god, I love Robert Hayes, and he's avoiding all these annoying people who are asking for a donation or will not leave people alone. People are just trying to get on their flights, aren't they? And they've got all these assholes annoying everyone.
One thing you might notice from some of these crowd shots, though, is that they made an intentional choice to dress everybody down and not to dress in the styles of the day. So this came out in 80, but it was made in 79, and there's a hell of a lot of terrible facial hair, long hair, massive bell bottoms, massive flares, terrible shirts. You don't see much of that in this film. They're all wearing sort of outfits and costumes that you would expect to get in a 1950s or 1960s movie, and that has actually helped it probably stay a bit more relevant. I mean, obviously, you know, it's an 80s movie, but it doesn't look like a 70s movie when you're watching this film.
Yeah, I know, because when you look at a lot of movies in the 1980s, it still looks a little 70s, didn't it? Because they've had like a year before shooting. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of those things are still bleeding into the into that decade. But here, I mean, it's a lot of beiges and browns and dark colors, so you're not getting a lot of you know, big terrifying, you know, fashion faux pas.
Honestly, that didn't come in, I really don't think, until like toward the mid to late 80s. And because I cannot emphasize how much brown there was in the 80s.
Sure, yeah.
It's like brown and orange and shit like that. And I know, there's a lot of corduroy suits and shit.
Yeah, there's a bit of that Stranger Things thing issue, isn't there, where everybody remembers it wrong because they weren't there in the first place. I mean, we all know that the 80s was, as you rightly say, is probably a lot of terrible green bathrooms and brown brown sofas.
Yeah, from what when you look at all those old footage of people in the 80s, I mean, they never look like fucking colourful in like they do when a movie is set in the 80s. Some clothes are still from the 80s are still pretty fashionable today, like Harrington jackets and just an ordinary pair of jeans. But now we come to this guy, and I think that's one of the Zucker Brothers.
It is,
it is.
There's quite a few of the family that get in here as cameos, as extras.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like a thing, you know. Little directors making appearances. It's and it does deliver a funny joke as well, where he's supposed to be guarding these planes, but then he shows directions to this guy and causes this.
That's two of them there. That's two of them there, yeah.
And that's really coming through as well. That's so good. It's like it really does look like a plane is going through, even though it's probably just part of it and on a piece of machinery.
Yeah. That is their biggest stunt. They had to get very special glass put in, tempered glass, because the sugar glass would have dropped and still injure. So they were doing all kinds.
Set everyone up, wasn't it?
That's basically the budget gone in this scene.
I know. And I like the fact that even though it's there, it still looks kind of cartoonish. It helps the aesthetic of it.
If you look closely in that scene, I can't see in this clip, but if you can look closely, somebody throws their baby up in the air and runs.
I'm trying to see it. Is that it?
Yeah, it's that one over there on the left hand side.
Like just everyone for themselves.
That just makes it funny. Yeah, and obviously we get to know that these two are a couple now, and they've had the relationship has just gone down the pan because he's had his problems, and obviously it's the cliched character who survives guilt and trauma, and yeah. And they are very believable as a couple. I mean,
they have some chemistry, definitely.
Yeah, even though it's all played for a joke, they take it dead seriously as well.
Well, that was another thing that was very important. You had to care because as much as this is a massive amount of jokes, a big sort of machine gun of jokes coming at you, there had to be a structure to it. There has to be a plot that you had to care about whether or not the plane lands, and you had to care about whether these two people got together at the end, and they do manage to pull it off.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, you've got actors like Peter Graves here as well, and he's giving a lot of dignity to this role. He's playing it with a lot of integrity. Like
I don't think there's anything on that magazine rack that he wants. I think we find out what his tastes are a little bit later.
I like the gag as well. Wacky material. Yeah, it's got this fucking magazine. It's just, what the hell, man?
What a guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His name is Captain Over. Once again, leads to another fucking load of great gags as well. A lot of misunderstandings. A lot of confusion that you need. And
no, the white phone.
Yeah.
They were just waiting for it to pick that one up.
Yeah, you never expect to have these jokes as well. It's fucking hell, it's hard to describe them. It's just it's pure insanity. That's
It
why I
really
love
is.
it. The
Yeah, it
unpredictability
really
of
is.
it.
They don't miss an opportunity, do they? They just
Yeah.
throw if they've got a spare 3 seconds, they'll get you another joke.
Yeah, it's like if you miss one joke, you can catch the other joke next
Exactly,
time.
yeah.
I know.
There's a couple of moments in this where they
yeah.
actually extend the reaction shots to jokes because when they were doing the testing, people were just laughing too hard in the cinemas that they couldn't hear the next bit, which is probably now it might need to it could possibly do with an edit in a couple of places because maybe those reactions are possibly a little too long when you're watching it on DVD, but you know, in a cinema, you kind of needed them. So I think there's a couple of reaction shots. I think when the kid gets shook by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he sort of holds the hold on the kid's face for a little bit too long. Perhaps.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Even the kid actors are actually very funny in this as well.
Great.
Yeah.
I love that bit with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think it's so funny. I've been hearing that shit since UCLA.
and the thing is, this is a joke that could be used with any sports stars today, because they probably get the same shit for like Kareem was. And we'll get to Kareem in a moment, but there is a nice little trivia there. And he's like, 1 moment for your call from the Mayo Clinic. The fucking Mayo Clinic. What the hell, man? It's just
brilliant.
Yeah, even the operator reminded him, he's like, I've got it. I fucking got it.
It's the Mayo Clinic.
It's the Mayo Clinic.
What the fuck is a heart surgeon? A guy with a fucking human heart
just has it there sitting on the
what the fuck is a guy running the Mayo Clinic got a human heart on? It makes no sense, but it's funny. Yeah, it's obviously letting them know that they've got a girl that needs heart surgery and she has to be in Chicago within 6 hours, to get.
I mean, that's a scene straight out of Airport 75, I think it is the second one. That's exactly the same.
Yeah, you always got one that has that is short on time and they need to get there quickly. It makes
it's
the situation
Linda
more
Blair
desperate.
in that one, but Linda Blair with the needing dialysis or something. But and it's delivered with that same amount of exposition to the audience, making sure that we know that there's a ticking clock.
Yeah,
it's not subtle.
And like once again, even though it's a comedy, you got to still have that tension as well because it does make it funnier as well. It adds to the misery that these characters are on, and what they say is comedy comes from misery.
There we go. Hammer 5, hold the Mayo.
And this is where they bring her on, and and I saw the girl as a grown up when she was being interviewed, and she looked like she aged pretty well.
Yeah, I think I might have even watched that interview herself this week.
She was on the Love Boat for a really long time.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah. Yeah,
she kind of got the role for this. I think she got the role for this simply because she could pull her face. I'm pretty sure that's all they said. Can you pull her face?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because she does the old, oh, geez, that's so sweet. You're trying to sing a song for me. And she nearly fucking dies.
Yeah. Waiting for the IV to go back in.
Yeah, and obviously found out. Yeah, he's a war veteran, and he's suffering from PTSD, survivor's guilt, and he's unable to fly ever since. So he's got a little character arc that he has to sort of overcome, an obstacle he has to overcome, like most heroes do. And once again, playing it seriously because that's how funny it is. You got to do that.
It's a good formula. It's the same one they kind of use in Hot Shots and all those other movies as well, isn't it? So
once again, he gets another fucking arsehole bothering him, and we've got these in real life. Every time I go downtown, we've got people standing around the street saying, "Excuse me, do you want me to save money on your fucking gas?" Shit like that. It's annoying.
Have this book, read this.
Yeah,
pamphlet.
He knocks the guy out, and we've got another little gag coming up here with the fucking window cleaner.
Yeah.
Even made you to fucking pull the hood off a plane, which is is bollocks.
Brilliant.
It's so good.
I love that. Look under the hood.
And Kareem Abdul.
See, that's just funny anyway, because he's like 7 foot tall and he's trying to squeeze into this little room. It's funny before he's even said anything.
Yeah, because 0 Hour actually did have a former sports star a big sports star at the time,
that's right.
The pilots, and Kareem was the big name back in the day. So we got to do that as well. And the fact that he's tall, it does make it funnier. And even
Yeah,
announced that maybe he is playing himself or he's himself pretending to be someone else. It's but either way, it's funny anyway. And you got this kid reading this fucking magazine that's way too advanced for him. But
it's really getting into that,
I
isn't
know.
it?
Yeah, every character has a weird fucking magazine that makes no sense for him to read, but you can't have all of it as well. Just makes it funnier.
Famous Jewish sportsman. It's a very small magazine.
A very pamphlet.
Little tiny pamphlet.
This woman. I just noticed this as well when I was doing the slides. This woman's taking up a lot of space, and this one's trying to get by, and she can't. And obviously,
the lady in the middle there, that is the sister of, I think, Abrahams or Zucker Brothers' sister.
This one here,
the Zucker sister. Yeah, because they were saying when the guy did the lighting for that, the cinematographer doing the lighting for it, he said, they said, can you just make sure that she's lit up as well? He's like, what, for an extra? He said, yeah. And they kind of mentioned, yeah, it's my sister. He's like, oh, right, fine, leave it with me. So that's kind of why she's so prominent. She probably would have had a bit more shade on her if it had been a proper movie.
Yeah, Johnny is the true hero of this movie. I fucking love Johnny. I do.
Johnny is definitely the true hero of this film. I love that.
Yeah, instead of fucking reassuring the wife of one of the pilots, he has a go at a fucking press.
Oh, shoes.
Oh man. Yeah, obviously. So Stryker is trying to find out if Elaine is on the flight so he can sneak on and try and win her back. And it comes to this really good joke as well. Smoking. Oh, yeah. Smoking and non-smoking. They gave him a fucking smoking.
Thanks.
I love it. Yeah, everything's taken literally. It is. Everything's taken way too fucking literally.
Oh, look at him.
Obviously, sneaks on the fight. And yeah.
Oh, flashbacks.
Yeah, and it gets even more fucking absurd as the flashbacks go on and later on in the film. I love it. And it's obviously stock footage, but
which is funnier.
It does, yeah.
It's sort of
funnier. Because it plays on the joke as well, because we start seeing stock footage that makes no fucking sense to be in his flashback as well.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we need
that
you
homie
in,
be messing my old lady. Got to run him cold upside the head.
They wrote this scene themselves. Apparently, these two guys wrote the scene themselves.
Yeah, these two guys wrote. Yeah,
they picked up a book on Ebonics. The alternative was going to be like, these three Jewish kids were going to write the scene for them, and they were like, no, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work.
I love these two as well. I think we had people complaining that I was fucking racist, but the black guys actually wrote these lines themselves. It's not racist. Fuck off.
And they're not the punchline, really. I mean, it's not detrimental to anybody in that scene. There's no victim in that. There's no,
I know.
It's great. It's just a great scene.
I know. It's God. Even the so-called people who claim to have been oppressed had a fucking sense of humor back in the day. I love Blazing Saddles as well, because they had even though there was a lot of racism or jokes about racism, the main character was still a very likable guy, and you still wanted him to succeed. And I think we had another joke here as well. Nervous. No, I've been nervous lots of times. Yeah, first time. No, I've been nervous lots of times. Yeah. Once again, misunderstandings are plenty. Misunderstandings, people taking things literally.
I love it.
Yeah.
The seriousness, all deliver it straight. Just deliver it straight. No mugging to the camera. No breaking the fourth wall. You've just got to play it like it's a proper disaster movie.
Yeah, and they're throwing cliches that makes no sense for this.
And this one, exactly. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. You better get on board, son.
I know.
That guy. Where's he come from?
Oh man.
And it's just hitting the poles as she runs as well. It's just
it's just hanging out the fucking place saying goodbye, darling. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about the door.
Yeah, she bumps into the fucking
just
structures
knocking
as well.
stuff over.
That's so bad.
Oh yeah, back again. The confusions as well, because he's called Roger, And it's obviously, and we know it's code, don't we? Like Roger over, Roger and out, and it's just them trying to do their jobs, and everyone's getting fucking confused as to what's going on.
We're clear for clearance, Clarence. Roger, what's our vector, Victor?
Oh man!
Every time you see the exterior, shots, it's always the sound of a prop plane as well, despite having jet engines.
These are obviously recycled shots as well, but we don't care. We don't fucking care. Who cares?
No, it doesn't matter.
That's the joke. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we got reading this fucking boy's life, and then we get this boy reading.
And then later, it's got these reading nuns' life.
And she's surfboarding for some fucking reason. Oh,
it's a good issue, that one.
Yeah, there's something to read of anything like this.
The size of that tiny little pamphlet. They ran through a different.
There's got one name. It's like Sandy Koufax. And
that's it. I think they went through a few different iterations of that joke and then settled on that one because they thought, well, if anybody has an issue with it, well, they can just, they can talk to us because we're Jewish.
What's the number airport? Close. This was a comedy.
It's a documentary, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, Melvin as well. Welcome. Yeah, cheers, Melvin. You're always welcome, man. It always came me. If you want to pop on again and on the chats on my future streams, you're more than welcome. I'm glad to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the show. I really do. And yeah, it looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glove. We will get there, Melvin. We will get there. Yeah, and obviously he's trying to win her back because he loves her. He can't do it. He's nothing without her and all that. And you get this old lady as well.
Yes.
You wouldn't expect
it. Way too explicit.
Darling figure. Supple, towning breasts. Her thighs. Yeah, I never thought an old woman would get me turned on talking about sex. I really wouldn't.
It's so much.
We've gone to a bit of a backstory.
Oh yeah, and I love the fact that she's looking as if she wants to get away. She kind of just sort of, he's like she's sort of giving him the she's giving him all the body language that the conversation is over, but he just carries on.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Like she takes off her glasses and just looks at him.
Yeah, like, really? Are we really gonna do this? Are we really gonna fucking do this? And we come to the bar and
very tough fathers.
And it does look like a real fucking dive bar as well, even if it is a little cartoonish.
Yeah, it's like Castleford. It's awful.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
They're girls.
The girl guides. Why? Just why?
Yeah. Out of all the fucking lowlifes, it's these two. And I love these two as well. They actually fucking clink their glasses and
carry on as if nothing really happened. This is just a regular occurrence. It's fine.
Yeah, once again, makes no sense for them to have a fucking jukebox that plays disco music. To even turn into a fucking disco as well. But yeah, but then again, this was 79, a couple of years after Saturday Night Fever, and it was probably still very, very popular back in the day.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, discos were still huge.
Yeah.
They speed the track up by about 10%. Which makes it funnier, because the Bee Gees are already doing falsetto, but yet now it's even more Mickey Mousey because it's just a tiny little bit higher.
Yeah, and Ted obviously did take the piss out of this as well, and it's not as funny. I think it's one of the weaker gags because you're basically just rehashing the same scene that was parodied already.
I like this bit though.
Yeah. He's like he first sets his eyes on Elaine, and he asks the guy to pinch him. Make sure he's not dreaming. Just looks at him.
Just gets up and walks away. It's like, what the hell?
Understandable.
No.
And the guy gets stabbed, and she thinks he's fucking doing a dance move.
Incredible. Look at him. He's amazing.
Yeah, he throws the fucking hat away, and
I love the little sound effects for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have missed the shot where the hat gets thrown back at the bartender.
Yeah, the clothes keep coming back. I think that was the scene that just kind of improv. That is one of the very few jokes that they came up with as they were shooting it.
Yeah, because that seems to be the thing as well, because these are very creative, prolific people. It's like, actually, you know what? Why didn't we need to put this in the scene? I can't believe I didn't think of it earlier, because
Yeah.
when you got your ideas down, more's still going to come.
But the thing is that, I mean, an awful lot of people kind of get the feeling that this is very loosely written and it's all a bit freeform, but that's not true. I mean, this was really tightly written, including all of Johnny's lines, which are ridiculous, but, you know, he wrote them himself and they are in the script. So everything is really, really tight. But there's only a handful of times in the entire production where somebody came up with an idea right then and there, and they just throw it in.
I know. Yeah, the chats are really coming in there. Kareem also thought of Magic Johnson as he didn't want the HR.
Oh, we're setting the tone. Brilliant.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Was it the second film where
No, it's this
was
one.
translated
That's
as
this
golly?
one.
Yeah.
That's in here. Golly.
Yeah, I mentioned this as well, Jay Goodwin. Yeah. Best way was to make was everyone to take this absurd film seriously. I agree. I really do.
It's having it. You can't. In order for it to be this funny, you can't play it for laughs. You have to play it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's why the Wayans brothers just don't do it as well when they did like Haunted House or shit like that, because it is way too jokey.
Yeah, a couple of the earlier ones aren't too bad.
Playing that away.
I think a couple of the early ones aren't too bad, but yeah, you're right. Once they stray and once anybody starts to look into the camera, that's when you sort of lose it a little bit.
I know, and they're obviously playing on cliches as well. Like it's the man that lifts the woman, but she's doing the same. And
look at that.
Then she just kind of tumbles back and it's like bounces back and like,
yeah. Yeah, and he starts fucking doing yodeling dances and juggling.
What else can you do? I can juggle. Okay, then let's throw that in as well.
Yeah, he tells the story. She just fucking.
The first of many deaths in this movie caused by that man. Yeah.
Oh man, terrible. She manages to find enough height to fucking hang herself with as well. I just love it.
On an airplane. Yeah, but well known for their high roofs.
Such a good reveal. Because you've already kind of liked this woman after meeting her, and there to see it.
5 minutes of this guy, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, my face is going red because I'm laughing. I'm laughing, I am. I really am. Yeah, and this is obviously from 0 Hour, where the cute kid wants to see the cockpit because he's fascinated by planes and how it works, like most kids usually are.
Mm-hmm.
I've been that
kid. I've been up to the front and got a little toy plane. I wasn't asked if I like gladiator movies, but yeah, I was that boy at one point in my life.
I know. When I had this on video, it did not have the subtitles translating what they were saying, because I don't think you need it anyway. It just makes it funnier.
No.
You kind of get the idea.
I suppose you don't. Although I do like the golly line. I think that's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Just don't have the subtitles except for golly.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, she's confused as fuck as well. She's trying to get the order down. But,
this is my favorite scene in the entire film.
Yeah, and the thing, this is from the original scene was an actual adult as well. So
yes,
I think
that's right. Yeah. Everything was word for word except for the last line, of course.
Yeah, it just makes it more shocking as well.
Like my men. Smylexx, were you the one who was telling Adam that this little girl got arrested for?
Yeah, she's got. We regularly show a clip on B-sides of this little lady doing another comedy skit, and it's very, very funny. And just on a rabbit hole the other day, I went and tried to find out what she was up to recently. And she had about 5 kids, and they were dealing cocaine out of their house and got arrested. So I don't think life has gone the way that we all wanted for her, really.
I don't think so. That was kind of so sad to hear.
Yeah.
Did she do more acting gigs that led her that way?
Not many. She basically was in roles for about 5 or 6 years and then vanishes. She's in Logan's Run for about a split second and a couple of other films about that same sort of time. I guess once she must have, maybe dropped the good looks after puberty. Who knows? Or just not made that, not impressed anybody with her acting after a certain point. Who knows?
Yeah, because kids are just they're kind of expendable, aren't they? Child
Yeah.
actors. It
Yeah.
is.
I mean, it's one of those businesses you either love or you don't, I guess, and it's probably down to the pushy parents as well to some degree. So maybe they just didn't push hard enough.
Yeah, most of the parents are just terrible. They're the ones that
They're the
force them
worst.
to do it. They even allow all the most senior producers to do more bad
Have a bit
things
of-
to them. I mean,
a bit of time together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're living their dreams through their children.
I know.
Incredible. Look at her.
But it's still a funny joke, and I like the look on his
love
face
his
as
face.
well.
I
It's
love
like,
his
it's
face.
like,
What the hell?
yeah, child actors are fucking funny in this, and
What
kid
do with
actors can be really hit and miss, but damn, they sell it. They sell it.
Oh, they're great.
serious
They're great in
as
this.
well. And obviously, Elena's spotted him, and it's brought a little flashback to him of happier times, more romantic times, and they get
Apparently,
seaweed when the fucking sea gets thrown on them as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a funny joke.
Apparently,
this
nobody
is-
had seen From Here to Eternity.
I was gonna say.
None of them have actually seen it, so I don't know where they even came up with this.
It's so funny. It's just so. It's so. I mean, I don't. If you've ever seen From Here to Eternity, it's not as gentle and loving as it looks,
No,
but it's also not quite
It's
this
not like
hard
this.
either.
There's like dumping about 3 metric tons of water over them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Another
'cause you never,
terrible-
you never see the seaweed go on them when the water sweeps on them, do you? It's like,
No.
and that would happen. That probably would happen.
Another terrible bit of trivia is that it's the same beach where Charlton Heston finds the Statue of Liberty in Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
There you go. There's a bit of terrible trivia for you. Use
Yeah,
that
that would've been a
wisely
good-
in a pub quiz.
Yeah, I wonder if that would have been funnier if that was in the background
Yeah,
somewhere. If you didn't
probably would've
notice. Yeah. And obviously, they were having a good time, but he had to be called back to duty, and things went downhill for him after.
Absolutely.
And we got this scene, and God, Peter Graves.
Yeah.
Peter Graves was obviously very worried when he did this scene as
Yeah.
well. He didn't want to be in the film either. Apparently, him and Leslie Nielsen were almost not going to be in this movie, but somehow they got convinced to do it, and
Yeah.
damn, they make it work. I'm so glad they did.
Yeah, he
Peter
was
Graves
very
is
he was
so
very
fucking
concerned. I
funny.
mean, obviously, it's not a great part, is it, in terms of what it could do
I
for your
know.
reputation? But I think his agent sort of just saw the funny side in it. There he is on
I
his
know,
little
'cause
fishing
it's a pretty
expedition
dark
with the boy.
joke as well, isn't it? Because you got this
very-
old man kind of saying this dark stuff to his kid.
Yeah,
but-
he's having a little fishing expedition. He's just checking him out, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it starts off cute, you know.
It's
Seen a
fine,
grown
it's
man naked.
you ever seen a grown man naked?
You get the impression that everyone else, you get the impression that some of the other people in that cockpit know, don't they, as well? They sort of separate him occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh, time to
On
get
the
back.
second- Is that line on the
Bye.
second one? Yeah. Are you going now?
All right.
Me?
Oh, sorry,
No,
I thought he was off. I thought you said he was off now. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, just let us know when you're about to leave. You can private message me anyway, and I'll let everyone know. But yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's trying to get him out of the way, but
I know everyone
he's
is
having
just
none
like,
of that shit.
yeah, it's like, yeah. I think we better not disturb the pal. It's like, no, he's not bothering us. Keep him here. And obviously, this is the last thing Roger needs. He's got his kids.
Yeah, giving him some shit about his career.
I think you're the greatest, but my dad says you don't work hard enough. He's just so
That's
trying to
hard.
keep his cool and
I know, and
I love
he just loves his fucking patience. He just grabs the kids. Been hearing that crap ever since I was UCLA. I worked my ass off, okay? Back off.
Apparently, you really grabbed him quite hard there.
I was like, tell your old man to drag Walton up and down the court.
Yeah. 48 minutes, absolutely.
Peter Graves, he just ignores it and just goes back to what he was doing.
Oh, it's so good.
Fantastic.
Oh God! And
He's,
yeah,
apparently, I heard a great thing about Kareem is that as a sports star trying to act, you know, they're not particularly good. So he's basically reading cue cards for most of the scenes that he's in. When the Zuckers were asked about it, what it was like working with sports stars. I said, well, we worked with OJ on the Naked Gun movies, and just like he's murdering, he got away with it. But did anyone really believe it?
I'll come back to this line again. It's like, because the line she's saying originally is from 0 Hour, saying, "I remember everything like a brighter days, and it was like it was just made for us, blah blah blah." And then she has this fucking little line, which is just really, really graphic. But God, because she sounds so sweet, it makes it funnier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Once again, stock footage in the flashback, and
yeah.
wait, what?
Crappiest stuff footage.
Wait, I think we missed
Thinks he's Ethel Merman.
Pentafol available. Yeah, Pentafol, that's like fucking the truth serum, isn't it? Sodium Pentafol.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's fucking
This place will get you what you need. Get you anything.
I was trying to look to see if I could see more background gags, but I can't really notice anything. Is the pictures saying anything funny?
I don't think so. I'm not so sure there's much going on here. I think they might be just giving us a breather after those last scenes in the cockpit. They might just give us a little time off.
Yeah, because I thought they would, because there's always like little gags you never notice, and even after the 100th time. But
yeah, true enough.
Yeah, and yeah, we get another one of the gags where it's taken where there's a misunderstanding or taken literally. Yeah, got a telegram at headquarters today. Headquarters, what is it? Oh, it's the government. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. I thought it was the gag.
Important right now.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's all right. We're here. We can do all the lines. Not a problem.
Yeah, there's another bizarre gag.
I love this painting.
But yeah.
There's so much going on in this painting.
He's holding a baby. He's got a Tommy gun. He's like his legs fucking
back behind. Yeah.
And it's actually fucking pausing like that as well.
Do you mind if I take a rest? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, George Zip. We'll get back to him in a minute. But yeah, let's get to that gag. Yeah, he's really doing it. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, the guy.
But yeah, going back to George Zip, that's one of the names that does come back later, and it's also one of the things that leads to his trauma, because he's another soldier that's died on his watch, and he blames himself. Yada yada yada. A survivor's guilt. Blah blah blah. And obviously, we are seeing real instances as well, which leads to a very funny joke. Like, this guy's still thinks he's fighting the war, and then we come to another one who thinks he's Ethel Merman, and it's actually fucking. What was it?
It is Ethel Merman.
It is Ethel Merman.
Oh,
she's like, you'll be swell.
You know what? I took a fucking screenshot. That's gone missing for some reason.
Well, maybe you get YouTube stricken
Yeah.
if you put Ethel Merman in it.
This is on my gallery. I saved this. It's probably out of order. It's been happening a couple of times. So yeah.
That's fine.
So it actually is Ethel Merman as well. Yeah, so it's actually Ethel Merman as well making an appearance, which does make the joke funnier.
Her last role, apparently. Her last role.
Was it?
Doing this.
Oh,
yeah.
About
sad. 4 years after this, yeah.
Yeah. Then we get this other couple where I think I will have another cup of coffee, and she's like very suspicious just because
I love this scene, and it really shouldn't work for anybody in the UK particularly, because it's come from an advert which was shown, I think mainly. I think it was shown in the States, but it was an ad campaign. But it always made me laugh, this scene, because I kind of knew what they were going for. I was thinking this has definitely come from something else. This has come from a TV show or an advert. So I picked up on what it was, but it shouldn't work outside of the States, really, but it does still work.
Yeah, it was a very famous commercial in the United States where Jim never has a second cup of coffee.
I use this line all the time.
It was under the same.
Hello, Gavin.
It was under the same thing of we've secretly replaced all of the coffee in this 5-star restaurant with Folgers crystals. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because even if you don't get the joke, it does lead to a very funny joke later. Like, he never vomits at home.
Yeah, that's right. I use that line all the time. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, I don't know who this actress is, but she's fucking gorgeous. Damn. And obviously we come to a scene where the little girl, she wants to do something nice for a little girl, like maybe get a guitar to cheer her up, and she's doing the whole "Oh, sweet innocent, oh my God, I'm so delicate" acting, and it does make it funnier as well, where we have this what is usually a cheesy moment in movies where everybody's wondering what's happening, but they're all charmed by it
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
it's so adorable and Scar's upside down for
That
some
guy.
reason. It's
Yeah, that was a definite trope as well, because I
Yeah.
mean, everything from Towering Inferno and obviously the
Yeah.
airport movies as well, they all had one of these little moments where the story just comes to a complete standstill as they do a little musical number, which they're obviously trying to get like a hit out of the film, and give a young starlet a bit of a moment, a little
Yeah.
exposure.
Right.
And
He's
it's
got that
just
smile
it's
as
so
well.
bad.
What's happening?
It's so bad.
Yeah, but it's like, fuck this cuteness. Let's have this girl almost
Exactly.
fucking die. I love it.
It's almost killer in the sequel.
I love
Well, she
it too,
might-
because
Yeah.
as she's starting to go down, and she's the mom is still really into the song,
Yeah.
and then she finally notices her daughter is dying, and she just like leaps on her chest, and she's doing all the
Yeah.
CPR. And all this, and, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, she's actually
It's so
panicking as well.
good.
She's actually panicking. It
Brilliant.
makes it funnier. It does. Everyone's still getting into it.
She's still oblivious to the whole thing. Just singing a song. Terrible.
Once again, he's telling the story to James. Oh yeah, we got another flashback.
Mullins.
They're at the Peace Corps, and it does lead to a very funny moment where it's the guy's got his hands out. It's a little sign of gesture, and he smacks it, and he ends up getting punched for it.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
We don't get
Tupperware
it.
as well.
The Tupperware products.
Yeah, it's like they do not recognize basketball because they've been so isolated. Yet they fucking know to automatically do it anyway. It's
Naturals, all of them.
just,
Natural.
yeah.
The Mullins tribe. Amazing. They're like flying them in backwards and all kinds of stuff in a minute, aren't they? It's like jumping in the air, doing like backflips and kind of shit, throwing this bloody basketball.
Doing all these slams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Oh wow.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Thanks for joining us, and don't worry, there's no lesbian vampire killers, so you can rest assured.
Hey, we can't be too sure.
Yeah, bit of a rivalry. Ever since I mentioned that film has had it in for me since, but still glad to have you in. Yeah, Mr. Brown Alliance. Oh, yeah, Mr. Brown. Oh, thanks for joining us, Mr. Brown. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
hello, Mr.
Hey.
Brown.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you got
Brownie?
wind of this, but yeah. And
He's probably picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue as well.
yeah.
Brown.
He probably clicked on the wrong clip by accident, but decided, fuck it, I can't be asked to click on something else. But yeah, thanks for joining us anyway, though. And yeah, there was a joke where it says, "We'll teach you baseball as well." They'll probably pick that up as well.
Malumbo.
Yeah,
Malumbo.
we had plans. It's like Zip had plans too.
Yeah.
That was the moment he developed a drinking habit.
Splish.
Yeah, he splashes it on his face. Yeah, a lot of these screenshots seem to be fucking missing. I don't know what's going on.
We all know it.
And it's James Hong as well. Is it James Hong?
Yes.
Oh man, awesome.
Yes, it is.
And I think he was on that other Barbara Stanwyck's stream you did
Yep.
as well. One is it? Yeah, he was
very
young.
Yeah.
Very, very young. He's not
The
changed a bit.
the man's been around forever.
Was he in the
Yeah.
Bamboo Saucer as well?
Yeah.
What am I still
Yeah.
have flashbacks about that film.
He is not changed. even in his 90s, he is not changed. He still looks the bloody same.
Yeah. He's
He's still going in his 90s. Man, legend. Absolute legend. Love James Hong. And he's committing seppuku as well. While he tells the story.
Listen to that story, isn't it?
Yeah. He's dressed like a World War II soldier.
Yeah, why is he dressed like that?
Yeah, he's still dressed like
He's just come out of the forest. Something he's never been. He just didn't know that the war was over.
Yeah. He's playing Japanese. Yeah, I think he's Chinese or Hong Kong, isn't he?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where the plot really starts to unroll, because that's when the sickness starts happening.
Oh yeah.
See if you get some drama in. Once again, the line from 0 Hour.
Yep.
And
It's incredible. It's incredible that some of the funniest lines in this film do actually come from 0 Hour. I still to this day like using the line "sluggish like a wet sponge," which I use as much as I possibly can.
Sluggish,
I
like a
know.
wet
Wet-
sponge.
Peter Graves is still fucking dumb.
Ever be in a Turkish prison? I mean, what the hell? Like, why would that ever happen to a boy?
Yeah, his character's got a fucking past. God.
And he just,
Oh, man.
she looks so aghast, and then he looks at her and he vomits
Yeah.
again. Like, oh,
She's so suspicious that he's vomiting.
oh.
Midnight Express would have come out a couple of years before this, wouldn't it, as well, with the scenes of the Turkish prison being millions of people.
I've not seen it all the way through, though, but man, I think I was very small when I saw it, and I was like, I was a little bit worried about going through the rest of it, but I need to. I might have to finish it now. It's been a long time. But yeah, I think this guy's a doctor. It's like, yeah, how can you tell? Because he's got fucking
stethoscope in his ears all the time. That woman is apparently the mother of Jim Abrams as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A family member then.
Yeah,
yeah, but I like how they just give him short little roles, don't they? Nothing too big. And this is where we're introduced to Leslie Nielsen, showing for the first time just how fucking funny he is.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah, because he played a lot of villains, and he could play good guys as well, but he played villains.
He played a lot of villains.
70s, yeah. He was
a villain in Columbo, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was in Columbo playing a baddie.
Yeah, I saw him play a villain in Hawaii Five-0 as well. One of the when it was repeating.
He did this super weird movie that was just, I think it came out like just a few years before this one did, and Day of the Animals, I think that's what it's called, Day of the Animals, and he is a super bad guy, very grapey in that movie. Yeah.
Jay Goodwin's just talking about Creepshow. Yeah, he is so fucked up in that movie. I know.
He's been going for decades. I mean, he was in Forbidden Planet, wasn't he? He's the hero captain.
Yeah, that's a good film.
Yes,
that's a really good film.
I saw him in an interview, and he said that the reason he wasn't a leading man was because he had what he called a 5-finger bow, which is that you can put 5 fingers between his knees when he stands straight with his legs together. He had really bow legs. And he said that was one of the things that people were put off by when they saw him in action roles and stuff. So he ended up playing character parts.
I never saw that because I really thought he was really good in Forbidden Planet. I mean, I totally buy him as a captain.
Oh no, he's fine in that. Maybe it got worse as he got older. I mean, Harrison Ford hasn't lost any work for it. I think he's got a slight bow.
Say Gary Cooper did just fine.
Yeah, I think maybe he was just finding an excuse.
I like the fact that in Airplane he does play a very smart character compared to Frank Drebin, who's basically just an idiot with a heart of gold. He's just a clumsy idiot who's trying to do good.
Yeah, they're going for the same sort of role. I mean, he's kind of still a fish out of water, and he kind of, he doesn't realize that he's in a serious, he's in a comedy. He's kind of doing the same thing, but yeah, you're right. He's a little bit more competent in this one.
I know.
You do actually see him doing a few doctory things in this.
Yeah, no, and once again, you do buy him as a doctor despite the craziness. And it's a good introduction as well. Just him showing up with a stethoscope while people are wondering if he is a doctor or not. It's even though it obviously is. For some reason, a scalpel gets handed to him out of nowhere.
Somebody just upset. Just wherever he is, he could just get somebody to hand him things.
And he just starts this magician's bit of pulling stuff out.
And that's how he comes to diagnosis, just pulling eggs out of a fucking mouth. I mean, you can tell he's still holding the egg, and she's still keeping the egg in her mouth while he's doing it.
It's not like really well done, but I think that actually makes it funnier.
Yeah, there is something about a little bit of how it does look a little bit fake, but you buy it because it's such an absurd comedy. And you better tell the captain to land as soon as we can. Got to get them to the hospital. It's like, hospital, what is it? It's a big building of patients.
It's important right now. I love that they carry that joke throughout the entire movie.
It never gets boring either. It still gets laughs.
Yeah, they don't overuse it. I think maybe 3 times, and that's just enough, isn't it?
Yeah, because they use it again when he's like, airplane. What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, and I love how all the tension is wrapped up because now the navigator's starting to feel sick, and he passes out. Victoria and his heavy weapon. Yeah,
Da-da-da-da.
and he's
Starting to
sweating
sweat.
as well. He's sweating as well, so that adds more tension. And it's like the more tension they add, the more it can be ridiculous with how crazy it can get as well, especially during the end later on.
I love this
And
line as well.
Yeah, how can you tell? It's like, I'm not sure. Well, can't you take a guess? Not for another 2 hours. It's like,
Can't take another guess
for another
Guess for another 2 hours. Wow.
Yeah, and the plane fucking goes over because Kareem Abdul's passed out and he gets a pie in the face. I love that. He's wearing his basketball gear.
Yeah, when they pull him out of the seat. He's from the waist down.
It's so good.
I love that.
Oh man.
For no reason whatsoever.
It's obviously to. I've never seen anything like this since the Anita Bryant concert. Oh god.
Oh,
Some of
she
these
was
jokes
such a
just come out
horrible
of
woman.
nowhere.
Oh, and I like this line as well. We had the choice, steak or fish. Oh, that's right. I had lasagna.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's had
Why
fish.
did he get lasagna?
Yeah. It's like you don't need to have a big mystery as well. Just something simple to let you know what's happening. And now the ticking clock happens and everyone is desperate and the plot's really starting to kick off now.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's shot. And I love how they're just denying everything while actually dragging the pilots. And no one
That's
seems
right.
to
Yeah.
fucking notice. It's like
Apparently they had to put Kareem on like a little wheeled board, like skateboard, because he was far too heavy for that poor lady to drag.
Yeah.
He's not moving anywhere. She's not moving him.
There is something about seeing the actors suffer while doing it just makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless them.
It's so low budget.
Yeah.
No time for take 5. Let's just go. We're using that. That's fine.
Yeah. And this was out of 0 hour as well, but they have this little extra gag where she pulls this pulls his face. Nothing to worry about. And now we know the pilot's fucked as well because
he looks down and there's
Yeah.
this like skeleton.
yeah, the skeleton. Yeah,
it's like
cannot
Tom
be
and Jerry,
good.
isn't it? Either eating a fish. It's like it's ridiculous.
And he's describing all the symptoms that's happening, and
Exactly in real time.
yeah,
as
he's
he gets
doing it
them
as
all.
well. He's doing it. Yeah, he's displaying the actual symptoms while he's describing it. It just makes him funny. He becomes dizzy, gets itchy, starts drooling, fucking
That is
starts
like
farting.
that is so perfect because it's such a great textbook example of an actor doing something, right? Like,
Yeah.
show me farting, show me drooling.
Drooling. You're dizzy. You know you're dizzy.
It's so good.
Yeah. You got the jelly wobbling, and you get a nice tick.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's
I love this one as well.
That's the other mother of either the Zuckers or Abrams. Yeah, so that's now both mothers are now accounted for of the directors.
How many fucking mothers did they have? Like,
Well, there's
stepbrothers
Jim
or something?
Abrams and the Zucker brothers, isn't there? Jerry and David Zucker.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we've got
she's
them both
always
in now.
Yeah, she's always putting her fucking makeup on when the plane goes into turbulence. This visual gags. I love it.
You know where I want to be sitting.
Yeah, turn on the automatic pilot because they need to keep the plane steady. And God, it's just this inflatable guy. And even though he's an animate object, but you love him anyway.
Yeah, he's got a lot more. He's got more range than quite a few Hollywood actors.
I know.
Recently,
I know. He basically becomes a character without any lines.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, and once again, she has to fucking keep things. Yeah, we meet Lloyd Bridges, who's back at control, and she's getting into contact with him to let him know what's happening and how he can do to help. And once again, he plays this part so fucking straight as well. He's like, he does a real good job just telling everyone, "I need you to do this. I need you to do that."
The star of the show.
Tommy. No thanks.
Yes. He's telling his fucking Siamese twins to do one job and the other go to another location to do another, and it's somehow fucking confused.
It's so ridiculous.
And because that's an old cliche as well. You always get the guy who's trying to quit a bad habit, and now he's in this very stressful situation where he needs that habit to keep him sane. And
either that or he's a week from retirement, isn't he? It's always one of those kind of tropes, isn't it?
Pick the wrong week to quit smoking, and it becomes even more extreme as it goes on.
How about Mr. Rogers?
And he was, and he needs the best man on this. And how about Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers.
He's just there for the fucking jokes, but man, he's so good.
He's so perfect.
Get me Rex Kramer.
Rex Kramer.
And now she has to fucking control the plane as well, as even though she's very inexperienced, and he's trying to guide her through it. And it's going out of control because the autopilot's fucking deflating.
Oh, look at this. I just love that. It's a real throwaway joke. I mean, it's so good. There he is, being a competent doctor, just delivering a child.
He's making. He always. He cares about his patients, even if it makes no sense for him to do that.
He's brought the full operating table in.
Thankfully there's a chill where she can inflate him, and
thankfully
it happens to be below the fucking belt line as well for some reason. And he comes in, he wants his fucking movie. He just fucking does that.
It's like, okay, I'm out.
It's like catching your parents or something, in it. He's out of there. No.
I love he even nods as well.
Great.
The fucking head nods.
That image. Just love that image of the two of them smoking.
And once again, playing it, he's reciting all the lines from 0 Hour and all those other disaster movies, and obviously she knows who can fly the plane, but she's ignoring it. And once again, him with his drinking problem.
Yeah, it's not going well for him.
This woman as well, she pops up in another gag, which really makes me laugh, and we'll get to that soon. But obviously, she can obviously tell him what's happening, but who can fly the plane, but she won't.
She can't think of anybody competent to fly this plane.
I know.
No.
And someone who didn't have fish for dinner.
That's straight from 0 Hour as well. That ridiculous line is straight from that film.
Yeah.
Yep. Any inconvenience. There's no reason to be allowed. You're
She's still dragging people down the aisle.
No,
there's the
fucking guys that work in the cockpit and no one's suspicious. No one's suspicious. I love it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I love it. I love how everyone's just dumb when they choose to be. And by the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly the plane? And they're all fucking panicking. Let's just go crazy.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's
great. That's great. Yeah.
Then the fucking
two most peaceful people on the plane are just like attacking each other.
And this is where we come across Rex Kramer, who's Paul Carey from the office is out to go get him, and the wife's been real lovely, but she does not have any control over this fucking dog. Who just won't leave him alone. It's like he's not being vicious, but he's being very overexcited, and he's still playing it straight. This guy, he's still even when this dog is bothering him, he's still letting them know what's happening with the situation, like a fucking professional. I love it. And here comes Robert Stack. God, I love Robert Stack in this.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he's very funny as well, especially in Beavis and Butthead. So he obviously knows. He obviously had a fucking sense of humor.
Yeah. And I love the mirror joke. That mirror joke is incredible.
I know. And there's a bit of exposition that this whole food poisoning thing has been going on for a while, and he's been complaining many times and being ignored. So, and what I noticed about this is when they're giving straightforward expositional lines or straightforward lines, that's when you get the most surreal gags happening while they're saying it, just to stop the film from being boring. I think that's very clever.
They don't
And
want to
it's
let
the
you off
same.
the hook, do they? They want to just keep
Yeah.
you laughing even when they're giving the driest exposition.
Yeah. Yeah, even when they're laying in the information of the plot, you still got to keep the laughs going, otherwise the audience is going to turn off. And it's something that the Zucker Brothers did really well, especially with Top Gun and Top Secret and the Naked Gun.
Yeah, totally.
I know. And yeah, it's just
brilliant. It's so good.
It plays on your expectations as well.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
what the
what I
hell did I
love
just
for
see?
Look for Smylexx. And yeah, you get this guy as well as fucking douse himself with petrol.
Nobody wants to sit next to him. They all just
I
die.
know.
Oh, he thinks he's getting the reprieve, doesn't he? He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need you in the cockpit. And it's like,
Oh.
wow, what's the cockpit? It's a little room in the front of the pilot. Where the pilot sits. Yeah, I need someone to help him with the radio. And obviously, he's still a little bit funny because of his trauma. And yeah, once again,
he looks over at him.
Traumatized here. Yeah. He's like, yeah, please,
Yes.
please,
Yeah,
please.
go.
We're sick of my fucking
Please go.
Please go.
Think about they pull me back in.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's probably an old line, but it seems to be more remembered with The Godfather Part 3. But
yeah. But it's that kind of role,
yeah,
isn't it?
I love the fact
he
that
fucking blows himself up as well anyway.
He's still, yeah, exactly.
And somehow the plane remains intact.
The statue of Jesus.
Yeah, and obviously he realizes that he's the only one who's available to fly the plane, and he's like, surely you can't be serious. And he's like, I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Well, a line apparently which stuck with him forever. I mean, everybody says that to him, I think.
Yeah.
The next 40 years of his life, people coming up to him and saying that.
And we get this other joke this line being taken way too literally, where it's an entirely different kind of flying altogether, and they both say the line.
It's like they're on instruments and they're all on. They've got a jazz quartet going on.
Yeah. And obviously he lets him know you're the only one who could possibly fly it, and you're the only chance we got.
Flash of lightning and thunder outside.
I know. Yeah, did I get the screenshot of the fucking statue? I thought I did.
It definitely comes up in the landing, doesn't it? Where they're coming down. It's like
we'll see what happens then. And I love this, because in Zero Out you do see all the little monitors and the levers and everything, and but this goes the extra mile. It just fucking keeps going on and on and on and on and on. It makes it look even more complicated, added to the tension, and therefore making it funnier.
And there's some of those that are ridiculous. It's like wash, rinse, spin.
Yeah, screenshots and it's not there. Where the fuck is it? I need to really. Damn,
it's all good.
Oh, this new fucking laptop. I'm guessing it's out of order somewhere. It happened last time with my Terminator 2 stream, but either way. Now we're back to this guy who's still in the fucking cab, and he's going to be paying a fucking. He's going to be out of fucking money. Back to Lloyd Bridges, and he's obviously telling everyone to do all the jobs as well. I need you to do all this, and he wants, and he's
the same tone of voice as the wife, doesn't he? At home.
Get a note to the milkman. No more cheese.
Where the hell is Kramer? And he got this.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Oh, that is so good.
It's a joke that gets used a lot as well, and it always seems to fucking work no matter what. I love it. And then we get, once again, another bit of exposition done dead seriously, no jokes, apart from in the background where the rear projection is way out of fucking scale. The road is, it really should be zoomed out a little bit more to match the scale. And
I love that he hits a bicyclist, and then there's like cowboys and Indians.
I know. And the cyclist is obviously, the cyclist is way too big in scale to make it look passable, but it makes it funnier.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently that's Robert Hayes' car, by the way. That is actually Robert Hayes' car. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that they just stopped giving a fuck and just put anything in the background out of just for the hell of it.
Robert Hayes said he got paid $35 extra per day for letting them use his cars. So well done, Rob.
Yeah, Nick, do watch it. Do watch it because it's always worth a
it's so
rewatch, no
good.
matter how many times you see it.
I am gonna jump off now,
Okay,
so I
well,
can go prep for my own show.
all right. Thanks for joining us, Barbara.
But
You've been
thank
really
you
lovely. Been a
so
lovely
much.
guest, and I will see you next time. I think for a view to a kill.
Oh, can't wait. We're gonna watch Christopher Walken chew up some scenery. Great
I love
shows.
that. Yeah,
All
that'd
right.
be a good laugh.
I'm
So,
gonna
yeah, you
keep
take
you
care.
on for the play in the background, but I'm gonna head off and do my own to prep for the show tonight.
I'll try and check it out later. All right, and
All right.
you take
Thanks
care.
so much for having me. It's been a blast.
You're welcome.
Take care,
Bye
guys.
for now, Barbara.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, then. So on to the film. So now it's to fly the plane. He's trying to get the hang of it. Yeah, there it is.
There we
Wash
are.
up,
There we are.
rinse,
Yes,
spin,
wash.
yeah.
I knew it was in there somewhere. Why not? Wow. Do you know David Letterman was up for the role of Ted Stryker, the Robert Hayes character? Can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be weird. That
It's just be odd.
has he done acting before? I don't think
Well, that
I've
was the
ever
thing. Is
heard of him.
apparently when he auditioned, he kept on saying, "I can't act, guys. I don't think I can act. I'll come in for the audition." And at the end of it, they did the audition, and they were like, "Yeah, you're right. You can't act." so yeah, he didn't get the gig.
Yes, he's had, he's probably sometimes you got to stick to your strengths. It's one of the things, and
They were just looking for anybody that was doing sort of Saturday Night Live at that time, I think, and just going for not Saturday Night Live, but those kind of comedians on the circuit at the time.
I know, but obviously, Elaine's now found out that Ted is flying the plane now, and she's a little skeptical about it, but obviously, Leslie Nielsen is telling him. Yeah, but we have no choice. He's the only one who can fly this plane, and that's when we get to the statue. You've got the music going. Da 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 da.
Oh God! How did I get into this?
Yeah, the fucking ornaments.
He'll be all right somehow. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Obviously, the plane's going out of control again because he's still struggling to work it. And you get the for something. You get the foreign language warning as well. Mayday, Mayday, at least to another good line. Mayday, what the hell is that for? It's like, well, it's the Russian New Year. They have a big parade of stuff.
That man's amazing. He just has zingers every time he comes on. He's real Marmite. I've got a friend who absolutely hates it every time he turns up, and I just find him the most hilarious thing in the film. But yeah, I can understand it. It doesn't look like he really belongs in this film.
He doesn't know, but
that's why it's good.
He almost gets the biggest laughs. He does. It cracks me up. And obviously, she's starting to fucking freak out a little bit, and everyone's just fucking trying to calm her down and slap her, but everyone keeps getting called over to do something else. So there's a big fucking queue.
We've got guns and knives and all kinds of stuff.
It's like, what the hell?
Got
this
guns.
lady again. This lady again.
When Leslie Nielsen slaps her, he slaps her a second time, and apparently she wasn't expecting that one, and he really does it. So that slap is real. So when next time you watch it, look out for that bit. Poor woman.
Oh man. Oh god, shit, he could
Here
get
he is
away
doing
with
his
back
own
in the
stunts.
day. He fucking does that as well.
He does, he's about 60 years old, and he's like kicking ass in this scene.
He was in his 60s.
Yeah, he's about
man.
61, I think. Yeah,
fucking beast. I love
this.
This.
Cool, it's
Just
pretty
knocking
cool.
it out. Yeah, he does that flip as well. Oh man, Robert Stax is badass.
He is.
Puts self-service back in his clip. Check with the strap number and
why? Just why? No real passages.
This guy gets a little. This guy gets a little laugh as well. I know, but this guy has no like airline experience. Is a mess to himself and everything else in the air. Yes, best.
You don't even need to hear the other guy speaking, do you? You just kind of like, yeah, all right.
Okay. Once again, he's playing dead straight. He's giving straightforward dialogue about the situation, and
he's just taken off one pair of sunglasses, but with the other ones. So that's a line. That's a scene that's pretty much stolen for the latest Barbie film, isn't it? He's done exactly the. He's He's just put 2 pairs of sunglasses back on his
Yeah,
Barbie. So
yeah, fucking Ken
maybe
has
that's where
done
they
that.
stole it from.
I've not watched it yet, but if I do, it will be for Ryan
No, I've
Gosling.
only seen that clip.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I need to see.
Yeah, maybe I just need the base Ken memes and instead of watching the whole movie.
Yeah,
They're so
exactly.
fucking
We'll wait for
great.
the Ken cut.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's one where Barbie's is really overweight. She's got blue hair, glasses, nose ring, and saying, I identify as non-binary," and Ken's like, "No, you're a woman.
No.
You've just been on TikTok too long."
Yeah.
Then it cuts to Barbie. She's all beautiful and normal looking. It's like, guess you're right. Thank you.
He was still at university for some reason. I think I can tell.
Yeah. And obviously he's got a bit of history with Ted Stryker and
Some
and yeah,
friction.
that fucking spear just I'm guessing that's a warning as well that things aren't so good.
Yeah, funny enough,
Yeah.
that apparently never got a laugh. It's one of the few jokes apparently that didn't really get much of a laugh. I kind of like it, but it's ridiculous. It's just weird.
Yeah, I hope someone in chat can establish that as well, because I was a little lost on that one. But all I got was it hinted that this is trouble. This means trouble.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Bad omen.
Yeah. But this one got a better laugh out of me, to be honest. I want you to get that hunt and talk that guy down, and the fucking watermelon just splats on the table. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, disasters going on all around him.
Yeah, and now he has to face an old friend that he's fallen out with, and yeah, and there's bad history. They've had a really bad falling out, and you always get that, don't you, where two characters who have to work with each other despite not liking each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Character arc.
Yeah, and obviously he's letting them know he's never flown a plane like this before because of the multiple engines, and now, oh shit, yeah, this is fucked. It's like saying it all out loud, and it's like just making it
leaves the mic on. Filling him with confidence.
Yeah, Lloyd Bridges is the one that's trying to keep things cool so the situation doesn't get out of hand, and yeah, he's playing that cliched character anyway. But they can't reroute it to another landing place. They've got to get to Chicago because of bad weather and fog, everything. So flying a plane is no different than riding a bicycle. It's just a lot harder to put baseballs as the spokes. And he throws a cigarette out the window, and it's this big fucking
He's just danger just follows him around. I think that's probably the reason why we've got the melon and the bloody spears. He's just a walking disaster, isn't he? Wherever he goes.
Yeah, and they unlock the automatic parlor, and once again, this one just fucking cannot put makeup on at the right time. It's just a big laugh. And the automatic parlor gets a bit fucking handsy. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Now the parts are getting suspicious, and he's lying to keep everything calm, but his thoughts just keeps fucking growing longer and longer the month. Keeps going on.
Free to pursue a life of religious fulfillment.
Yeah. So Elaine's going to get on the radio now to try and relay more information back, and he's running a little hot. Which actually says a little hot.
Do you know there's a moment in Mission to Mars? Me and a friend went to go see Mission to Mars. We ended up having a fit of giggles. I don't know what it was. There was something about it that just set us off. And then there was a little moment in that where somebody jumps out of the airlock and they're flying too far, and they've only got enough cable to get to a certain distance. And there's a moment on there where it said where somebody says they're getting close to the point of no return, and they look down at the little control panel, and it says the words "point of no return" on it, and it just immediately made me think of that joke. It's like, that is too much. It's too on the nose. Why have you done that? Is that just for the idiots who didn't understand? A little hot. Wow.
But I don't. But God, every actor just fucking. They're just play dead serious. They fully committed to it, no matter how absurd it gets. And obviously, they still act like how competent people would act in this situation, even if there is a little bit of silliness going on, and yeah, you get the statue getting this umbrella on, even though
Sling it like a wet sponge.
Yeah, I love these lines. And then it's like and obviously
How much nature guts.
yeah, she's repeating everything they say, and obviously she's not supposed to repeat that one, but she does it anyway.
It's like,
People say like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, damn, we need Babs back for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't speak jives.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, this woman as well. God bless her. She is fucking hilarious. And she does it really well. She does.
She was playing like a very sort of happy, clean living mother on long-running TV in the States. So over here in the UK, it'd be like the equivalent of I don't know, June Whitfield from Terry and June or something like that. It'd be just she'd be very straight.
I really buy that. Yeah, and
Gonna catch it. Come with some slack, Jay.
She kind of gives them shit as well for being dicks. I like it. Yeah, Jav dude got no brains anyhow. Even them a bit fucking like, what the hell just happened?
Just out-jived.
Now they got to get Captain Nova's wife on the phone and to let her know what's happening. And
yes, good news just confirmed. Yeah, she's from Leave It to Beaver. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now, Jay. Yeah, thank you. Oh yes.
Yeah.
And her approach with pterodactyl. And this is ridiculous. Yeah. This little scene here. It's like there's no reason for it.
It kind of gives more of an insight into what fucking Over's life is like. He's like he's saying this shit to a kid and he's got a wife that has an affair with horses. It's...
and then the horse actually acknowledges it. You see, he sort of like makes a little noise and looks right on cue. He kind of goes, "Yeah, right."
Oh God, man! In fact, that's a real horse as well, mate.
Yeah, it's a real horse. Yeah.
They must have had they must have gone through a lot of trouble to get that shot right as well.
Oh yeah. Apparently the horse worked really well. They had to get it. They obviously had to specially make the set so he could lie down and what have you. But yeah. But apparently it works perfectly on cue whenever they wanted it to.
I know.
Very chill.
We got this little we get this little inner monologue as well where he's like saying, "Just you got to keep control. You're going to be okay." Yeah,
Echo,
and he's like,
echo,
"Hello, echo."
It's so hollow inside his head. He gets an echo.
Yeah. So yeah, and
check the radar range.
But
some guy opens the microwave.
Yeah. Yeah, and we get a nice little appearance from Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Mike from Breaking Bad, and yeah.
I think this was before Beverly Hills Cop as well.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he looks completely different with hair, doesn't he?
I know. He does look a little younger, but he still looks fucking old as well. At the same time.
Yeah. I think people in the 80s kind of did, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. Christ, man. And because he was a fucking straight up actor as well. He's like a proper theatrical actor, and and he's done pretty well. He's like one of those actors that seems to have gotten better as he's gotten older. And Jay Goodwin, the giraffe talking old lady is the mother from Leave It to Beaver. I've heard of it. I think I kind
of a wholesome sitcom sort of thing. Yeah.
And they should have been there, but that's impossible. They're on instruments.
Yeah. just why?
Yeah, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit. It's just a gag that goes on and gets more crazier and crazier.
A lot of problems, this guy.
Yeah. And how about some coffee? No thanks.
No thanks.
I know we've got reporters going on, trying to find out what's happening, and and obviously he's trying to keep calm, but then Johnny comes over.
Oh well, go back. Go. There's an ice cream corner. I just love the fact that there's an ice cream corner.
Shit, yeah.
Like, why? Just hold it up. And the fact that it's melting as well is even funnier.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot in the chat saying, let's get some pictures. Yeah, that's coming up. So, what kind of plane is it? Well, it's a pretty white plane with curtains in the window, and it looks like a big town. It cracks me up, but it does. Let's get some pictures, and you just take all the fucking pictures. And all ready to get the fucking news out straight away. It's like weird disaster loans for the airline. Fucking hell, I can't get the word out. Chicago land prepares for crash landing, and then oh yeah, there was another news bulletin as well where it was just something fucking random, like a guy eats his own foot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I got the screenshot and it's not there
Yeah.
now for some reason. Yeah, and it's going all over the world for some reason as well.
I love the
This
picture.
guy as
Oh,
well.
this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
I say they bought their tickets. They knew they were getting themselves in before. I say,
Yeah.
let them crash.
Yeah, I had a shot for the guy asking her for whiskey. Where the fuck's that gone? But either way, he asked her for whiskey. She's like all stuck up saying, certainly
Oh
not.
yeah. No,
And she snorts cocaine.
no, she sticks to her own habit.
Yeah.
Lloyd
Sure,
Bridges
they must
apparently
be
got a lot of shit from his son, from his kids, because at that point he was doing nothing but sort of straight-laced, kind of wholesome characters, and he was convinced that this was going to damage his reputation. And when they went to go see the film together, they were like, "Oh God, Dad, what have you done?" You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they were
Jeff
like,
Bridges.
What
Yeah,
really?
Jeff and Beau Bridges.
Yeah, Beau Bridges and Jeff Bridges. They were like giving him a load of shit for it, but despite the fact that we're laughing like hell.
Oh, Christ, man. Yeah, because there was they were both grown-ups when this was made as well. They were still
Yeah.
they were already becoming. Jeff was already becoming a big star. Beau was I think he was still on the verge of becoming a star, but didn't quite make it as well as Jeff.
Because this would be about 2 years before Jeff was in Tron, wasn't it? So about 82 for Tron. So yeah.
Once again, the Shirley joke comes back, and get this. Is it fair that they couldn't get any fucking worse?
Yeah, exactly. You got a bloody singing none.
I know.
Like, I wasn't feeling ill already.
I love this
Like
one
this-
as well.
this
It
is
seems
great,
like
isn't
I know. It seems like a very touching scene where he's reassuring this woman, and she's never been so scared. And she's 26. She's not married.
You're gonna
And
make
he's
it.
obviously doing the guy thing who says we're going to make it no matter what. And she comes over saying the same thing, and but at least I have a husband and
Yeah,
kid.
at least I'm gonna.
It's like,
Maybe I'm scared, but at least I have a husband. So I
It
just rub a
makes
bit
it
of salt in
worse.
the wound there. Like, what a bitch.
I know. Todd Bridges, I don't know. And yeah, Leslie Nielsen, funniest Canadian of all time. Oh, he's Canadian. I didn't know that. I
He's
didn't know that.
Canadian,
Yeah, I think Leslie Nielsen's funnier than Jim Carrey, in my opinion. And I like
Yeah, he
Jim
can definitely do
Carrey's early
Deadpan better.
stuff. Yeah, I think because Leslie Nielsen, even when he was in a bad film, he still managed to be very more funnier than Jim Carrey would be in a bad movie.
It's just difficult to go back after you've watched these kind of movies and see him in things like the Poseidon Adventure without immediately thinking he's just going to break, break character.
I know, because I think he did Creepshow about a couple of years after this as well, and he showed he could still be a fucking good menacing bastard when he needed to.
Yeah. No, he was good. He was really good. I love the interviews. There's quite a few of his interviews on YouTube, and he's always funny.
He's got the fart machine.
Yeah,
all the
little
time.
fart machine with him.
I know he really seems to have embraced his more comedic direction.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he said he owes an awful lot of his career to this film.
He owes because
it gave him a second wind, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it introduced him to another generation as well who had never heard of his previous stuff.
Absolutely. I think if you're under the age of about 30, you probably only think of him as a comedic actor.
I know. Oh, I did for a long time until I caught Forbidden Planet once on TV, and I was like, "You're so young as well." And
he's got hair. He's got dark. He's got black hair in that. Unless he may have dyed it, but he had black hair in that one.
Yeah, I think he was only in his 30s, wasn't he, when he did it?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe getting close to his 40s. I think he was born in the 20s, so. Yeah. And obviously we got another flashback, and this time it's just random fucking stock footage of planes that have now to do with it.
It's just like World War II planes and all kinds of shit. The Wright brothers, everything.
I love it.
Yeah, he's involved in all that shit.
Yeah,
it's like
even
other people's
that fucker
flashbacks
as well. Yeah, even that as well.
Yeah, other people's histories are in his head.
Yeah, forgot to check the oil pressure. Kramer hears about this. The shit's gonna hit the fan. The fucking shit does. It's like, Christ.
At that point, they really are just like throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you, aren't they? So it's like, yeah. Just
Yeah.
out there.
Oh yeah, George Kennedy as well. Yeah, God bless George Kennedy. He's so fucking good in Naked Gun.
They wanted him in this, but they couldn't get him because of how many times it appeared in airport. I think Universal were trying to block him from appearing in it because they thought
Oh
it was
man.
one step too far.
Yeah, because he was another actor who could play villains real well. Also, I mean, damn,
Yeah.
especially in westerns.
Yeah, he's a bit of he could play the tough guy, the sort of heavy kind of character. He's not even particularly
Yeah.
good in a good guy in the airport movies. He's sort of a bit of a shady guy, really, even though he's kind of
Yeah,
playing
because
a hero role. He's still a
I
bit
know.
shitty.
Yeah, because when you see him in the Naked Gun, he seems like the sweetest fucking guy you could ever meet. You can't feel sorry for him every time you see him.
I think if I ever saw him getting on a plane with me, though, I'd probably get the next plane.
Yeah.
He's no way I'm getting. You know you're in for some trouble if he's getting on your plane.
I know. I love how what a total hard ass Rex Kramer is, but he's still likable. And obviously Jeff Bridges is trying to reason with him, and he's like, it could happen to any pilot. It happened to Barbara Stanwyck. Like, fucking hell. Oh man. Yeah, they had no problem fucking taking pot shots at well regarded Hollywood stars from the golden era as well. Yeah, and obviously he's losing his confidence. He's about to go out, but then he tries to get the autopilot in again.
And the fog's getting thicker, and Leon's getting larger.
Yeah, Family Guy have taken a lot of jokes off this as well in their episodes. And yeah, his drinking problem is still fucking playing up. But this is the moment where he gives him the pep talk as well. Absolutely. And yeah.
Playing the mentor character coming in, just letting him know what the stakes are.
And we get a little twist that he knew George Zip, and it kind of brings a connection, and it gives him this confidence. I don't know where I'm gonna be, but yeah, Captain Zip made the right choice, and it gives him the confidence to go back in and prevail and be the best fucking pilot ever. And it's like the last thing he said to me is I don't know where I'm going to be, but it's not going to smell too fucking good. It's so bleak. That's so dark. Jesus Christ.
We missed the line earlier where he said something about do you know much about Christmas, Ted? He says, something like, for me, it's like a falling in the mud and a boot hitting you in the face, like with a metal boot. Says, no, nobody does. Don't worry about it. Strike that.
A lot of these screenshots seem to have disappeared for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Yeah, even when he goes in, there's sounds of crowds cheering.
Yeah, he's back in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've not seen all of 0 Hour, so I'm guessing obviously it's fucking almost word for word apart from the it won't smell too good line.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised. So he's going to get back in.
His confidence back now.
Yeah, and he knows the very lives of these passengers depend on him. So he's got to. Yeah, so he's got to do it, hasn't he? Because I mean, what else? They've got no choice anyway. I guess the foot's on the other hand now, isn't it?
He's in charge now. He's the big guy. He's number one. The big cheese.
Yeah, the head honcho. He just keeps going. And they get the newspaper already. Passengers setting to die. Airline negligent. And Johnny's like, "There's a sale at Penny's."
He don't give a shit, does he?
And there's 3 men up in the tower. There's like, yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, you, Nesba, you, Macias. Gets out of the land. Me, John, Big Tree. Yeah. We're going to the tower, and it's like, the tower, Rapunzel.
It sort of ballets out of the shop. It's ridiculous.
Getting him, Roberts. Yeah, they got a referee there.
Just to make sure it's going okay.
Put your finger out your fucking ear.
You don't know where that finger's been.
Yeah, and he actually almost smells his ear as well. And obviously, the wife of Over's here as well, and he's letting her know that he's alive but unconscious, and there is a chance to save him.
Yeah, still smelling vaguely of horse, I would imagine.
Yeah. And Johnny just fucking, he's
Where'd you
just
get that
such a
dress?
fucking asshole.
Oh,
He's just
shoot.
an asshole.
Oh.
Oh, man.
What a
Oh, wait.
I
All the
love that.
gamer. Where did you get that dress? Then they show the controllers playing Atari basketball.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I might have missed that one.
No,
Fucking
that's in
hell.
there somewhere. Yeah, it comes up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There they are.
Yeah. Jonathan Banks again. Yeah, glad I got that shot. I really am.
Weird that you got that one, the oldest gamer. Was that the only part of the film that really interested you?
I think I might be subscribed to one of your channels. I don't know. I'll have to
certainly
check.
am.
If not, I'll remember to do so. I want every light poured onto that field. And yet, they pour the fucking lights, they pour a fucking shitload of used lights onto the God, every joke is just either misunderstood or fucking taken literally.
Absolutely literal, yeah.
And I love it. And they're getting all these civilian equipments, and even this for no fucking reason. It's like,
bit of product placement there as well.
Yeah, well, it said civilian equipment, didn't they? So yeah,
yeah, it's real. Another joke we can't get away with now.
And there's some of the crash positions. It's and they're given lifeguards that have this little fucking duckling on. Isn't that cute? And we're here in Chicago where disco is
a reference to the Zucker Brothers.
Yeah,
has been their production company, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, thanks for joining us, Lance.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us. Sounds more compos mentis and alert hearing on my streams. Yeah, well, I'm fucking off because I'm getting a little high off the fucking laughs. So yeah, just the laughs, nothing else so far. There's a very low bar. Yeah, just like in Spaceballs, Chrome the Desert. Yeah. Fucking, I need to do Spaceballs one day because that's another good one, and done by one of the original spoof masters himself, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, totally. They said that the same time that they were making this, they were also doing Star Trek: The Motion Picture. So while most films, particularly when it's like new directors like these guys, they'll be getting shit tons of like studio interference because Star Trek was so massively over budget. They were basically left alone. They were just like, well, this film's costing us like $3 million, so screw it, just let them do what they like.
Yeah, I know, but God, man, but like it's. Because I think Star Trek: The Motion Picture was 1970 down, was it?
79, yeah. So it would be. I mean, this was being made at the same time as that, and obviously going over budget as well. So,
yeah. And Lance, if you're asking me why I'm more alert on it, well, yeah, because I'm hosting it. I got to keep the talking, and I'm usually mostly trying not to be rude when you have guests on as well. So yeah, this gives me a chance to run my mouth a bit more. And yeah, Disco lives forever, and he just fucking knocks the he just locks the fucking aerial off, the transmitter off.
Well, look at him.
Oh, Nick's you bastard. Yeah, because I just saw problems with my mic, and well, probably still do anyway. But
it's because you're using the same one that's on that picture.
Yeah. Things getting more intense now because he has to fucking land the plane, and
sweating a bit more.
And he stands up to Kramer a little bit more as well. He's like saying, "I know you got no confidence in me, but I have no choice. I got to do this. Put landing gear down. Passengers are ready. You better leave. You might get hurt up here." And she leaves, and she fucking gets hurt anyway.
Yeah, immediately gets hurt by something.
Yeah, she would have been safer in the fucking cockpit. And it's a nice little moment as well where she starts to fall in love with him again as well. She's seen he's getting over his trauma now.
Yeah, it's getting a bit of respect back for him.
Yeah. And she's going to work with him now as well, and I love it.
And the fact that we do care is actually is a brilliant bit of directing, really. It's very impressive because we shouldn't really give a shit in the film like this, but we kind of do.
Fucking Nix. He's a bastard. He is. A fucking potato, bro. Fuck off. Oh man, let me get my thoughts together
That's
again a
just
little
what
bit.
they'll be expecting us to do. I just
Yeah,
love the line.
I know.
What's that all about?
Yeah, I know.
I think you're gonna give them a surprise.
It's a cliched line that gets used to have more suspense, but
Yeah.
thankfully it doesn't pay off anyway. Yeah, Melvin, Top Secret would be a good one. I'm gonna. I don't know if I'll look for a good guess. If you want to do it again, Smylexx, where we could do Top Secret again.
It might give me an excuse
Yeah.
to see if I can rediscover if I like that film or not. I do like it. I just don't love it, but I haven't watched it in about 20 years. So yeah, maybe.
Well, I could get someone who does like the film opposed to someone who doesn't like the film at the same time.
Sure.
Just to have different views on.
I'd like an
have more of a
excuse to watch it
discussion.
again. So absolutely,
Yeah.
give me a shout.
I love it. I love Top Secret. I probably do like Naked Gun and this a bit better, but it's very underrated though, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then we get another gag here saying, "I just want to tell you both, good luck. We're both counting on you."
And they reused that in a few different films.
I know.
With Leslie Nielsen, and I think he even says it in one of the Scary Movie films as well.
Yeah, he was the best thing in those other sequels. He was.
Yeah.
Even when he was given bad gags, he made it work.
He does. Here we go.
Yeah. And she's like fucking filling them up.
Lloyd Bridges looks stoned out of his head at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big health and safety nut, but I'm pretty sure a dog would not be allowed on there anyway. I quickly I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glow.
And straight over. Look at his face, it's amazing.
Obviously, they found the landing gear, and we're trying to get to the bit where it goes out
too fast.
Yeah,
he knows.
Still going down. Everybody in crash positions, and they're just fucking doing this shit.
Hey, that's amazing.
God bless Lloyd Bridges.
What an asshole.
So, yeah, the guy's under a lot of pressure, and they're calling him an asshole.
I've got that picture on my wall of him sweating like that.
I love that. It's just going all over the place. It's been used as the meme for the new Crow remake, like Bill Skarsgård. When he finds out someone's about to aim a gun at him for the next film.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the lights go out, and it's like, fuck, what's happening? Where's Johnny?
It's going
out of his
head.
Yeah. God, the fucking screenshots, I had it. It's gone missing. Yeah, Johnny has the plug saying, just kidding, and plugs it back in. It's like, you're coming in too fast. And it's like, he's so fucking hopped up on amphetamine.
Yeah.
It's like,
he don't know where he is anymore.
Freaking out. Yeah. It fucking jumps out. Yeah, and it just keeps going crazier as well. They're fucking stupid. It's just going
wrestling with
it. Even the lever pops out. It's like,
it's probably fine. Oh, I love the fact he comes back in and says the line again.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not the time.
Yeah. You won't be perspirating, but fucking God, they just make it more extreme as well. Like, it's so intense that he perspirates like a maniac. And not only that, the plane keeps coming around all these fucking terminals, and the passengers are fucking chasing.
Just picking up the cases and running. 14, 15.
And yeah, he lands. Everyone's fucking celebrating, and the news reports go into the pool. They just tips over. They get out of the crash positions. And he's still telling them
it. He's still saying it. Why are you still saying it? Thanks.
He's covered in sweat marks. Oh my God. Oh, Rex Kramer's like, you know what? That was the lousiest landing you ever did, but I'm so proud of you. And I'm sorry for all the times I've been bad. I had a bad childhood, and he's just saying it.
This is where he's going on with it, about Christmas and all that kind of shit. Like, yeah.
I think that's where he tells about. I think he's the one where he utters the Christmas line you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Because it was part of his backstory.
The face with an iron boot. No, nobody does, Ted.
Yeah, he's basically just unloading his whole backstory, and no one's listening. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Loneliness. That's the bottom line. To me, it was a living hell.
Yeah. It's just,
there we go. Yeah. Oh, of course you don't. It's like too much information there, man.
Yeah, the little girl's all right now, but yeah, the
Oh,
ambulance
there's
drives
the
off
mother
and it
again.
crashes. The ambulance actually crashes as well. So yeah, she's probably dead. One with the makeup, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it crashes and you see the fucking wheel fucking roll past them.
No, he's just like rambling at this point, isn't he?
Yeah, it just gives yeah.
But this little Bond's dead.
Starts giving them financial advice. Why? Why?
Clearly got nobody else to talk to.
Oh man, I love this film. You could just
Hey.
yeah.
Little salute.
Yeah, we had the shot where they were kissing as well. They're back in love, and the romantic music soars to the point where the people singing just fucking go so high.
Yeah,
you end up
that's right.
screeching,
Yeah.
don't they? Yeah, and this guy waves goodbye, and it's such a fucking great. It's a good silly ending to a really good silly film, and
Yeah, we get a second autopilot, don't we? Get his wife autopilot as well, don't we?
yeah, yeah. Where is it? Come on.
Don't know. It doesn't matter.
No,
It's still good.
didn't have the screenshot. Where's the screenshot gone? Damn.
You've clearly killed it.
Yeah, but God, what a fucking amazing, funny
It's an incredible
movie.
film. I mean, yeah, it is my favorite comedy.
It's
and,
definitely one of my favorites. It's up there
yeah.
with Blazing Saddles and Tropic Thunder, and it.
Yeah,
Oh,
totally. It's definitely been in my top 10 for a long time, and I don't know. As I said to you before, I mean, I probably have listened to this film maybe 200 times over the course of years.
I know.
And I'm still not sick of it.
Yeah, they obviously worked hard as well just to make sure that the jokes were worked. They didn't just put a lot of silly stuff in. They had to make sure it works real well with the tone, with what they were parodying as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They've even got jokes in the credits as well. If you keep watching the credits, there's even ridiculous like job descriptions and stuff as well put in there.
Yeah.
So it even keeps you going right to the end.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, because I've noticed in the Naked Gun they have credits like the characters will have their one line of dialogues with their names, or it's just great. Yeah, like because like you said with the job titles, like person who fucking cleans out the toilets.
Yeah. They give you descriptions for the ones that everyone asks the question, like key grip and gaffer. It's like they explain what they are. They work with the electrics. They work with the lighting.
It's so good, it's bad. Well, at the same time, it's so bad, it's good. It's like it's dumb but genius at the same time. And
it's intelligent stupidity is the way I put it. It's very cleverly thought out jokes made to look ridiculously silly, and it's just getting that balance. There's an attention to detail in this film which is far beyond what most comedies bother with. You know, there's so much going on in every shot.
I know. It's like if someone gives out a straight bit of exposition, there's always something going on in the background or everything. And
I'm sure there's like a laundry in one of the shots, like in the background at the airport, or like in the control tower. I'm sure they've got like a laundry running in the background at one shot. It's just there's so much going on. I didn't notice it for years.
Thanks, Nick, for being generous for once. No. Yeah, I agree there, Jay Goodwin. It really does work, and Police Squad is fucking brilliant. It's a shame it only did once. They only did one
6 episodes. Yeah. Well, they made a comment about the fact that they said it got cancelled after episode 4, but they still had 2 more in the bag, so they just played them. But they said that it was a show that you had to watch, which is very true. I mean, it's the same as this one. It's not a film you can put on and then have a meal and just kind of watch it casually. You've got to basically give it your full attention, which isn't something that a lot of American audiences was used to doing. So that's probably why it didn't work. But I think Police Squad and this is probably the best work they did. Even more so than the Naked Gun films. I think the Naked Gun films are 90-minute episodes, 90-minute long, but they contain about as many jokes as you get in one episode of Police Squad. They're just stretched out a little further.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that it was using like ideas from Police Squad as well for
Yeah,
the film,
absolutely. Yeah,
because and they do recycle a few old jokes as well, like
yeah,
the tall guy eating the banana, if something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, they do. They are reusing a lot of the jokes, but I mean, they're obviously adding some new ones. Some great inner monologue from Drebin in some of those films. You know, just like
Yeah,
a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to keep on my toes.
yeah, because
Things like that.
you get these little metaphorical lines and these hard-boiled noir
Yeah,
detective
yeah.
thrillers as well, and
Like a blind
he
man
just
in a
I
brothel, I
know,
was going to have to feel my way
yeah,
around.
yeah, and just make it more ridiculous as well. What's the most ridiculous thing a character can say, but still find it serious?
Yeah,
But
no,
God, Leslie
totally.
Nielsen, yeah, Leslie Nielsen, fucking Lloyd Bridges as well, who's fucking great in the Hot Shots movies.
Yeah,
I just adore
yeah.
every single fucking actor on this.
I
I
uh,
really
I
do.
went to a convention once where I met both Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen on the same day, and I said to both of them, "I loved you in Wall Street," but I don't think they actually got the joke. I just
I
because
know,
they
'cause
say it
that's
to each
like,
other, they say it to each other in Hot Shots Part Deux as they pass each other, and I said it to both of them, and they were sat there, and I don't think they got it. They both just took me at my word and went, "Oh, thanks, man." I was
uh,
like, "Yeah," I was kind of just taking the piss.
yeah, no, it's like that's like one of the a real good like crossover jokes as well, because they're both in the movie, aren't they? And
Yeah, yeah,
I know. But yeah, thank you all this gamer. But it's also all thanks to my guest Smylexx and Barbara Lawrence as well. Despite not being on it for as long as I'd hoped to be, but she will be on as a proper fully fledged guest on A View to a Kill next time. So that
hey,
should be fun.
cool.
So yeah, you head on over to Jay Goodwin because I don't think there's much we can talk about really because it's a genius comedy. I think we've already said what we've had to say. We've had some very smart people who put in a lot of ridiculous jokes, but still managed to be very clever while utilizing them.
Hmm.
And he got every single casting right as well to really fully commit to the roles they were playing, despite how insanely cartoonish they could be.
Yeah, totally. These guys were just like college friends, and they've just kept that sort of ridiculous kind of sense of humor all the way through their career. And God bless them for never growing up.
I know, and it's a great fucking film. If anyone who is rewatching this later on who's never seen Airplane, please fucking watch it. You'll laugh your ass off every fucking 10 seconds. And I think they actually did run tests to determine what was the funniest movie, and this got the most laughs per second out of
Yeah,
the
that
ones
does
they
not
tested.
surprise me. Yeah, there's so much going on.
I know. But since it's getting late now, I am going to end the stream. So thank you, Smylexx, for joining
Hey,
me.
no worries, man. This was great fun.
Yep.
It makes a complete change having to watch a good film for a change on a stream. So
Yeah.
much appreciated.
I know. And thank you, Barbara Lawrence. Hope the show's going well. Hope your B-Well is going well. And your to subscribe to you is on B-Wells as well, unless you have a channel of your
Yeah.
own, do you?
No, I'm just appearing on there, and
All
occasionally
right.
to Browns, but yeah, but mainly on B-roll.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't already subscribed to B-Roll Stage, please do so. I think the link is in the description. If it isn't, I will add it later on after. So, everyone in chat, thank you for joining us, and you have a good night. And right now, that's me done, and I am off to the pub. Thank you, and good night.